Hello, and welcome to another episode of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Last time we managed to survive our very first glow season, so only 9 more to go. And because we were brave enough to go and help, we are currently on a bit of a high. So this is the perfect time to increase some physical skills in this season. We are officially 11 years old. Let's see what it has in store for us. You know, Solonesi, you're alright, Mars says as you approach. You blink at her, trying to figure out what she means. You're an alright what? At your stunned silence, Mars laughs and tosses her hair over her shoulder. You're alright, she repeats. You actually have good taste, unlike all these other nullheads. Ever since we landed, it's been help with this, Mars, and don't waste resources on that, Mars. It's boring. At least you understand the importance of sophistication. You shoot the breeze with Mars a bit longer. At some point, this skulks out of the living quarters and has to pass by you both, clearly trying not to draw your attention. Ugh, where is he going now? Mars mutters to you, then raises her voice so this can hear. Try not to get eaten by aliens, she calls out to this. If you die out there, they can't use your body for fertilizer. Don't be a waste. Well, that was a bit uncalled for and overly harsh. Especially so, considering that just last year, we had to literally do that to our friend Tammy. I'm not gonna bully the guy. Shut up, Mars. This is cool. You say it loud enough for this to hear. He looks at you with wide eyes before scurrying towards the walls. Ha, Mars says with a little smile. No accounting for taste. She seems to respect that you challenged her. She watches this disappear from sight, then shrugs. Maybe you can get through to him. I've tried, but he doesn't care about contributing to the colony, or being popular, or earning kudos, or anything important. Do I get cheeky with her? Yeah, let's do that. What do you contribute, Mars? Mars laughs and puts her hand on her hips. I contribute plenty, and you know it, Solonesi. People need someone to tell them what to do, don't they? Yeah, we kinda have the adults for that. You're not exactly needed here. Let's do a quick sweep of the area. See if anyone has anything new to say. Okay, can we go outside? You step cautiously through the colony gates. Well, hey there, Solonesi. Uncle Tony tries to master his old smile. I'm afraid you better stick to sports ball for now, okay? It's a tough world outside these walls. Yep. We are not tough, or not brave enough. I can work on the toughness though. Ooh, what's this? Bunch of medicinal roots. You can use it to draw a card on a challenge, okay? Hey Dad. You're looking a little worn out, my little firefly. Your dad greets you, looking concerned. You know, despite what your mom might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe some R&R over in the lounge would help recharge those solar cells. What do you say? Yeah, kinda high on stress. But I think I can sneak one more activity in. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Your dad smiles patronizingly. Uh-huh, I know what that kind of stress looks like, he says. You and your mom are the same. Never admit you're having a hard time. He pats you on the shoulder. I just worry about you, kiddo. Take care of yourself. We'll do, Dad. We'll do. Okay, now I could go shovel dirt for some toughness. Or play sports ball for toughness and bravery. Okay, I don't remember. How much toughness are we talking about here? That's 3 toughness. And you know what I can do with a little extra bravery? Let's play some sports. You run into Cal and Anemone on the hill behind the garrison, at a small construction site. They seem to be throwing logs. There are a bunch of them lying on the bottom of the hill. It's a caber toss, Anemone shies to you, then grunts with the effort of lifting a 6-meter-long mush tree pole. She throws it like a javelin down the hill and sprints after it. My best record, she shouts and ties a piece of caution tape to the end of the pole. Your turn next, Cal says, pointing to a neatly stacked pile of construction poles beside you. From the looks of the nearby construction, they're probably destined to be a new lookout tower someday. Okay. Average. Heavier one. Or just watch. Let's try a thicker one. Maybe that flies farther. +1 bravery. Awesome. Challenge mode. Wee you. Cal makes a noise like a siren. He shouts down to Anemone. Solanacy is gonna throw a big one, so you better get out of the landing zone. The pole isn't actually that heavy, but its length makes it hard to balance. You struggle to get underneath it with your knees bent. This is going to be tough. Okay, so now this is a hard physical challenge. But we get those. As you get older, challenges can have conditions. The challenge suit, social, mental or physical, determines what conditions can appear and which decks will work best. Try to collect social, yellow cards if you want to win battles for social skills, empathy, persuasion, creativity, bravery. Understandable. Okay, so for this one, the random rule is that one random card is logged in one slot, okay? Okay, if I get rid of this, the next turn I can get a flush bonus for it too. Let's see. Okay, actually let's get rid of this, because I like these higher numbers more. Okay. Now the goal is 24. Can I make it? I think I can make it. I can have exactly that. Okay, 25. We're getting there. Okay, does the flush only work one way? Yep, doesn't work. The other way around. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this for the extra skill. Yeah, I could have gone with the 25, but it doesn't matter all that much. We're getting extra for this anyway. The pole sails down the hill past all the other poles, coming to rest sticking out of the ground. Wow, you beat my best distance, Anemone says when she jogs back up. Players can beat each other in mushroom toss, Cal corrects her. They can only beat their own high scores. But you get 3 bonus points if it sticks out of the ground like that. You play for the rest of the afternoon, adding rules and variations as you go. You don't stop until the entire stack of poles are in a jumble at the bottom of the hill and decorated festively with caution tape. It's a wonder you got away with this. Yeah, well, kids, what are you gonna do? So much has happened in the last month since the monster attack during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. In all the excitement, you forgot today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of "Surprise!" A Vertamnon year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Spark snow drifts slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish, like a magic trick. At least, you think it's fruit. What are those? Bubber fruit, your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. He gives +1 to a card, changes it to blue. Okay, interesting. You take a cautious bite. The pulp is soft and tastes a bit like lemon, only more blue. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what else you'll find? Solanaceae is not allowed outside the gates, your mom interrupts, her voice sharp. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually? Your dad says, but your mom cuts him off again. But not now, your mom replies. Not since the attack. Not with everything we know is out there now. Kid, they don't know that I snuck out during Glow and helped the security team. So, do I be a little kid and brag about it? Yeah, sure. We are on a high for being a hero. I helped. I was a hero. Don't even start, your mom snaps. You should have been in the crash with the others, not putting yourself in danger for no reason. You don't get it. You know your mom wasn't a farmer back on Earth. She was a fighter too. She's such a hypocrite. Even still, your mom says, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad adds. Security Chief Rat's offering self-defense lessons at the garrison, you know. Even for kids. If you're interested, you should drop in sometime. Your mom gives you a stern look. And I've heard stories of kids sneaking outside the walls, she says grimly. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. You laugh. What a good joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. What? Me? Never. Yeah, you better never, your mom retorts, crossing her arms. We're totally gonna do that. Just maybe not right now. Quick sweep. Nothing changed. Let's see what Anemone's up to. Then I'm gonna go take a bit of rest. So, then I trapped it in my room, Anemone says, telling you all about the bug she saw in her quarters. Its wings were as big as my hand, and it had feelers like, wah! It was bouncing all over the place like, boing, boing, boing. She gestures excitedly, swinging her arms over her head. The bugs here are so big, and they're everywhere. That's not really a good thing. I was gonna give it to Tang, she says. She loves gross bug stuff. But she said I should just let it go, because if it stung me, I might get weird mutant powers. I mean, other than the one I already have. And I wanted to see if I got more weird mutant powers, so I started jumping around off higher and higher things, until I was jumping off the back of the ship. And I got in so much trouble, but it wasn't even that high. She stops in her tracks. Hold on, she says, stooping to rub irritably at her knees for probably the 100th time in the past 5 minutes. Ah, I'm gonna die. I busted up my knees and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. Annie, don't pick at it. Chief Steward Antecedent's voice rings out across the garrison yard, pleasant but firm. It instantly transports you back to being in the ship crash, tugging on her skirts and calling her auntie. Anemone jumps and stands up straight, her hands flying to her sides. But Mom, Anemone whines, digging her fingers into her knees as Antecedent approaches you both. It's so scratch-tastically itchy. I know, lovely, Antecedent soothes her, patting down her riotous red hair. But the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. Anemone tucks her hands under her armpits to keep from scratching. What if I wanna have cool scales, she pouts. Antecedent smiles indulgently. At the rate you're going, I'm sure you'll be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. Anemone's skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow in wherever she gets a cut or scrape. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly, the one she got when she ran headfirst into the food synthesizer back on the ship. Okay, and now we know what Anemone's augment is. That is knowledge that's gonna stay with us forever now. Antecedent opens her satchel and pulls out a bundle of clothes. The queue for the Donald printer is over a week long, so I patched your pants with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please, try not to put any more holes in them or yourself, okay? She hands the clothes to Anemone and kisses her on the forehead. Anemone sticks out her tongue and gags. Yuck. Anemone evaluates the clothes as her mom walks away. Galactic, she breathes, and she runs her fingers over the odd-colored patches. Then, right there in the middle of the yard, she ashamedly squirms out of her pants and pulls on the new ones. Wow, I look like a fighter jet from the Hollows, she exclaims, showing off her new pants. Like when they'd stencil your kill count on your plane. Or like a really cool scar. Anemone grins. Yeah, you get it. My pants are scarred, just like me. We need a break soon. I am aware of that, thank you, game. Let's do a relax. You look around the lounge. Some friends are here. Who do you hang out with? Cal, Anemone, or Tangent? We have pretty good friendship with Cal. Getting there with Anemone? We're probably not getting all that much opportunity to hang out with Tangent, so let's go with her this time. Tangent is quietly reading her holopalm. You plop down beside her and ask her what she is reading. Multicellular biology, she says, frowning at the interruption. If you insist on sitting near me, you could at least do it quietly. Quick reminder that she's 11, just like us. No problem. You open up your holopalm and find a textbook of old Earth poetry to read. It's never a bad idea to do a little independent study. Though she's a little prickly, you can tell Tang appreciates the company. Got some friendship and +1 reasoning. Wow, I have a whole 1 point of reasoning. That seems appropriate. Okay, fully distressed. Do we want to forget one? Sure, let's get rid of the 0 point here. Wonderful. Got no stress. And there's 1 month left from the hero boost. Now, which one should I use it on? Oh, let's see. No, not you. Here. What does the defense training give? Combat and animals. Okay, actually I think I'm just gonna shovel some dirt for a whole bunch of toughness. But first, Tangent is watching a construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter long pole and stack it into place. She points toward them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. I've been learning about adaptability in writing and biology class. The books say it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like, we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes. And if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Okay, if we had a bit more biology, we could contribute. We can agree with her. Or say, maybe the animals have need adaptations. Technically, every living thing has adaptations. That is how it works. Tangent rolls her eyes at you. Maybe. But even if they do, I haven't seen any sign of intelligent life here. It's just those big dumb xenofauna. Well, some animals here are smart and friendly. Tang looks skeptical. They're still animals, Solanaceae. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice, so you'll feed them. You're lucky it didn't eat you. She folds her arms. Dorbs moth look cute, but one can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even an herbivore can be dangerous here. It doesn't have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. You know, that's fair, actually. Together you watch as the foreman puts the blueprints for the scaffolding onto the floating screen of her holopalm and raises it to the scaffolding to check their progress. "I'd like to see an alien do that," Tank says primly. "Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure." She puts one finger to her chin. "I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology," she says. "All of us are, really, with our genetic enhancements. We're the next step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic superspecies." Okay, she started pretty early on the whole human supremacy. I'm sure she is not going to turn into a mad scientist towards the end. Okay, let's get that dirt. You're pulling weeds from the garden beds when you see Cal scurry past you, moving with a purpose. He doesn't even stop to say hello before he disappears into a barn. Ooh, mystery. Let's follow him. You slip into the barn behind Cal. He's so absorbed in whatever is in that broken storage box that he doesn't hear you. "You can do it," he whispers. "Come on, go, go, go." You creep forward, but the barn door creaks closed behind you, and Cal jumps. "Solanesi," he says, moving between you and the box. What do you need?" "What's in the box?" Cal clenches his fists. "Nothing, it's nothing." Whatever Cal is going to say next is interrupted by a chirping noise from the box. Cal gasps and whirs around, and you both rush forward to look. Inside the box is a pink caterpillar-like creature, about the length of your arm, blinking up at you with big, multifaceted eyes. Its mouth parts wave at you and make a clicking, chirping noise. "It's hatched," Cal says. "Hey, little baby, welcome to the world." "You knew about this thing?" "Yeah, it showed up in one of the first shipments of mushwood," he says, rubbing its little nose. "Just curled up in a little cocoon. It looked like a dried up leaf, but warm. I didn't wanna just throw it away, in case whatever was inside was still living. And no one was using this busted up storage box, so you kept it." "Sure, and what is it?" "Don't know," Cal says. "I looked it up on the Surveyor archives, but nobody's found anything like it before. It's true. You have no idea what this creature is." There's also the fact that it's literally just a baby. So whatever it is, just probably hasn't been found yet. Cal puts the small creature on his shoulder. "What are you, little buddy?" Cal asks. "You look like a big old caterpillar, but cuter." The creature yawns, showing off circular rows of tiny, even teeth. It nestles against Cal's neck as he scritches it under the chin. "Maybe we call you a dilipiller?" He touches one of its 6 white-capped feet. "Sucks. Sucks the dilipiller." Okay, let's hope nobody finds out. So we're gonna get in trouble. "Same here," Cal says. "Do you remember Mrs. Manners, the mouse we found on the stratospheric? The grown-ups wouldn't let us keep her." He frowns. "I wonder what happened to her in engineering. Maybe Tang knows." "I have to hide her," Cal says, looking around. "Think she'll be okay if I keep her in the broken storage box." He places socks gently into the box and closes the lid. "Go back to sleep, little buggy wuggy," he croons. "Sleep tight." Okay, he has a pet now. Okay, we're also getting a random card lock. Okay, it looks like literally doesn't matter. Because of this one here. Yep. Wow. +5 toughness. That was quite the gain. Okay, and now it is pollen season. I think this would be the time, if I was here on this planet, that I would die, since I am actually allergic to most flowers. You meet your dad adjusting a watering pot in your mom's flower garden. He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. Yeah, I know the pain. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People were hardly ever ill on the stratospheric, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Well, you know, that's because that was completely recycled air. So it was cleaner than regular air. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, he says nasally. I'll be fine. It's just this pollen making my head a little stuffy. He wipes his nose with a handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged with pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, your dad tells you, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, your mom cuts in, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year. She buries her nose deep in them, and they smell fantastic. Your dad smiles kindly and agrees that they sure are beautiful. Then he blows his nose loudly. Okay, let's take a sniff. They do smell good, and they look harmless. Your dad's eyes look so sad, but maybe that's just the allergies. Hey Solonisi, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters wing. I appreciate your concern, Dad, but I feel okay. Okay, and this time let's actually go to school. Let's go for the humanities this time. You're doing creative writing in teams, and you're paired with Mars. You wish it was Tang, she always does so well on these. The theme is Earth's natural environment. Mars takes the topic at face value and wants to write about how beautiful everything was on Earth, with blue skies and green plants everywhere, and huge oceans that went forever. It always looks gorgeous in the carefully staged movies you've seen on Holovids. Okay, we can run with that. And gain the card writing an essay. 2-point blue. +1 if the card to the left is also blue. Or we can write about climate problems, which is just the basic. 3-point blue. Well, I don't have much in terms of blue cards, but I can probably make use of this. If not, I can forget that anytime. +5 kudos, friendship with Mars. Mars takes the creative part of creative writing literally, describing Earth's lush forests and verdant plains, and deep jewel-like oceans with a reverence bordering on the obscene. She is pretty passionate about it, so you let her do most of the work. Mars insists she gets to present it to the class. This too is a good idea. Mars is a born presenter. So basically she did the group project by her own volition. I'm not gonna complain. You aren't sure that it's totally based on facts, but it is received well by both your classmates and your teacher. You get a handful of kudos for doing well. Yeah, that kinda reminds me. It is the second year, so the shop should be opening up soon. That's gonna be an opportunity to actually use these kudos. Okay, goal of 13. How about that? Probably not gonna get any higher. Yep. Good enough. All right. And I think I'm going to stop here today. Thank you for watching. If you liked the story, please consider giving the video a like. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, have a nice day.